Welcome to the event. Please remember to social distance. Not long to wait now. Your graduation celebration will begin in 5 minutes. Please wear your face mask if you are unable to maintain social distance. Not long to wait now. Your graduation celebration will begin in 2 minutes.
I declare this celebration open.
A very warm welcome to all of you gathered here today as we celebrate the achievements of our students who are graduating this summer. This is not a normal degree ceremony, but then these are not normal times. The global pandemic has impacted all our lives in ways we could never have imagined 18 months ago. Graduands, you have adapted, you have persevered, you have shown more resilience, ingenuity and tenacity than any graduating cohort before you, and we are proud that you have overcome all the challenges to receive your degree. Graduations are a defining moment in the university calendar, and your graduation is a defining moment in your life. It's a moment that we as a university could not let pass without the celebration and recognition that it deserves. This summer, only a few universities are holding a graduation celebration on campus, and the events and activities we are hosting today demonstrate the value we place on you and your achievements. Whether you are graduating as an undergraduate, a postgraduate, or with a doctoral degree, we hope that you will enjoy this opportunity to be reunited with each other, to share your success with friends and family, to put on your robes, and to recognise and reflect on your achievements. This may not be an ordinary graduation ceremony, but it's hardly been an ordinary year. During the pandemic, the university community has stepped up and played its part in the nation's response to the crisis. Our researchers have developed new tests to detect COVID, new medical interventions for those suffering from the disease, and have contributed to the understanding of COVID that we might better manage it. You have all played a part. Many of you have supported vulnerable members of your community in Selly Oak and your communities further afield, distributing food and medicine to those most in need, volunteering in hospitals, helping neighbours. You are extraordinary people, and we are here to celebrate your achievements. You came to the university because you wanted to come to a great place of learning. You wanted to test yourself, and you wanted to equip yourself for the next phase of your life. Your experience will not have been what you were expecting, but you stand here today having overcome many barriers and having achieved your goals nonetheless. While you have studied with us, you have enriched our community, made new friends, and explored new horizons. As you graduate this summer, you graduate as an enriched person, someone of high achievement, someone who has tested themselves and succeeded. These degree ceremonies in the Green Heart are a first in what is a university of firsts. This was the first campus university, the first to incorporate a medical school, to allow women to take medical degrees, and to create a women's hall of residence. More recently, we were the first university to open a secondary school, and the first to establish a Pillar 2 testing laboratory for COVID-19. Perhaps today represents a first for some of you. Let me particularly congratulate those of you who are the first in your families to graduate. Others of you will be the first in your family to study in this country, or maybe the first to receive a postgraduate qualification. Some of you today will be the first to have made a particular discovery in your doctoral research. You are all among the first to graduate through a global pandemic. You have each overcome challenges that few others have faced before you, and will have stories of what that has meant for you. Today, after all, is a day to tell stories, the individual stories of each of you, the students of all ages, backgrounds and nationalities who animate this great university. Each of you gathered here represents an individual chapter written into the history of our university. All of you will have had your own unique and personal story of what it has taken you to get here, the challenges that you have faced. Each of you can feel extraordinarily proud of what you have accomplished. On your journey to graduation, you will have had the support of your lecturers, classmates, family and friends, those here today and those absent. I'd like to ask you to take a moment to thank all those who've helped you to your achievement today, and you may applaud or cheer. So this year, more than any year, you should celebrate your achievements. Sport, exercise and rehabilitation sciences is a multidisciplinary school, and you're all united by your interest in human health, be that mental or physical, in a variety of contexts from sport to rehabilitation. You are uniquely placed to go out into the world and use your knowledge and expertise in human health, particularly at this time, when that knowledge is more crucial than ever. As sports psychologists, physiologists, metabolists, sports scientists, physiotherapists, specialists in rehabilitation or human movement, you have succeeded in undertaking innovative research projects to address important questions in human health. Some of you have done this whilst never actually touching a human being, and you are to be congratulated. You and those who are with you have many reasons to be proud today. We share in that pride, and in the spirit of pride and accomplishment, I now hand over to Professor Sarah Aldred to continue the celebration event.
Good afternoon. Can I add my congratulations to those of my colleagues here, to all of those graduating today. I have the pleasure of announcing prize winners across all 4 of our undergraduate degrees. And whilst I can't actually physically present the prize today, we can celebrate those who have been awarded these prizes. I have 8 prizes across the degrees, and I will read a little bit about the prize and then the award winner. So the AGMS prize is awarded annually to the highest marked student completing an undergraduate degree in applied golf management studies, and this award goes to Olivia Pearson. The next prize is for our BSc and physiotherapy students. This is a clinical education prize, which is awarded to the student achieving the highest overall aggregated clinical mark for the BSc in physiotherapy program. And this goes to Molly Orr. Also a prize for our BSc physio students, the highest achieving student prize, which is awarded, as you might have guessed from what it says on the tin, to the student achieving the highest overall numerical mark for the BSc physiotherapy program. And this is Georgina Howell. The Ctm Davis Prize is awarded to the highest marked student completing the Sport, Exercise and Health Sciences degree with a specialty in biochemistry and physiology modules, and this goes to Jasmine Ye. The NAP Prize is awarded to the highest marked student completing Sport, Exercise and Health Sciences program with a speciality in psychology and motor control, and this goes to Patrick Wild. The Monroe Prize is a prize awarded annually to the student who combines a first-class mark with a substantial contribution to the School of Sport, Exercise and Rehabilitation Sciences through student representation or other engagement, and this goes to Laura Kirby. Next up, we have the Paul Weston Prize, and this is actually being awarded to 2 students today. This prize is awarded annually to the to the final year student of our school, who's contributed substantially to the all-round life of the school, including sporting life. And this goes to Phoebe Grant and Jack Shaler. And the final award today is the Tanzan Ben Award. This prize is awarded annually to the highest marked student completing the degree in Sport, Physical Education and Coaching Sciences. And this goes to Ewan DL. So that concludes our prize giving today. I hope you all have a fantastic day. To continue on now, we are going to hear from a student representative, Hannah Bashford. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Hannah Bashford, and I'm very excited to say that today, along with all of you, I'm graduating with a degree in Sport and Exercise Science. I felt extremely honoured to be asked to speak today on behalf of the graduating cohort and be given the opportunity to share my personal experiences and memories from my 3 years at the University of Birmingham. Like many major milestones in sporting history, such as the first 4-minute mile in 1954 or the first sub-2-hour marathon in 2019, our graduation today reflects a large milestone in our career, highlighting our achievements and ability to overcome struggles we faced. Whilst we may have not broken any world records, the success we've had, knowledge we've learned, and skills we've mastered at UOB are things we should all be proud of and take with us as we move on to the next step. Through reflection, I've been able to appreciate my personal accomplishments and developments whilst being a student, and how these have allowed me to leave UOB feeling prepared to graduate and ready for the next stage in my career. I remember the start of my UOB journey and being nervous sitting in a lecture hall with so many new people, hoping I wouldn't have to speak to anyone I didn't know. Now, 3 years later, I built the confidence to be able to give a speech like this in front of so many people. I actually enjoy getting involved in discussions and seminars, and I take the opportunity to speak to new people whenever I can. Although individual to me, I don't doubt that you all have similar examples of fears you've overcome, success that you've achieved, or skills you've developed at your time at UOB, and can translate these to aid you in your next step, whether that be a master's, a job, a gap year, or something else. Alike athletes, such as Roger Bannister and Eliud Kipchoge, we have faced many challenges and setbacks within our academic career that may have hindered our progression towards reaching personal goals. Finding a strategy to balance the holistic demands of being a student, whilst prioritising time to rest and recover, has been a difficult challenge that I'm sure we've all faced. Although finding that balance may have been made slightly easier by COVID-19 removing the socialising aspect of being a student, we were faced with other difficulties that we've never experienced before, such as online learning or isolation. The dedication and imagination we've all shown to optimise our studies, maintain a routine, and stay connected with others is something we should all be proud of to have achieved during such a challenging year like no other. But whilst we've missed many of the things being a third-year sports science student brings, our UOB experience has been truly unique and one I'm sure that we'll never forget. Thinking back now to our 3 years at UOB, my favourite memories of the course would have to be the lab-based sessions we had. Not only did I enjoy being able to practically apply my knowledge and use some cool equipment whilst doing so, but it was a great way to interact with fellow students and have some more friendly faces about during lectures. And whilst I may have not got to know everyone on the course, being sports science graduates from UOB gives us a few things in common that we'll all have as memories from our time here. Not only are we all leaving with an enhanced knowledge of sports science and have each developed individual passions within specific research areas, but I'm also pretty sure that we've all had a photo taken with our dissertations in front of the tallest freestanding clock tower in the world, Old Joe. So although we graduate here with individual memories and experiences, there is no doubt that we will all remember being a part of the 2021 graduating cohort and the journey that we all went through together. Finally, I'd like to take the time on behalf of the cohort to thank all members of staff that have supported us through our journey at UOB, whether that be tutors, supervisors, lecturers, or the college team. Your dedication and enthusiasm to ensure our university experience was the best it could be is greatly appreciated, and your commitment to us as a cohort has not gone unrecognised. Personally, the interactions I had with my dissertation supervisor and tutor have not only allowed me to excel academically and achieve a final grade I'm proud of, but also they became my first point of call for support and a friendly face to talk to whenever I needed. Lastly, I'd like to thank those involved in ensuring we could have an in-person graduation ceremony today, and I feel very lucky to be able to round off my time at Birmingham on campus with family, friends, staff, and fellow students. So whilst many of our academic careers at UOB have come to an end today, I'd like to congratulate everyone graduating, and I wish you all the very best of luck with your future aspirations and journeys. Enjoy the rest of your day, and once again, congratulations. Thank you.
And now I have the worst job because I have to follow that. Thank you, Hannah. And good afternoon to you all. It is fantastic to see you all here in person. In the jargon, you are roomies, not zoomies. I love that jargon. And it's a particular pleasure for me because I'm a former head of school and this is my academic home, and it's the best school in the university. Yes. I'm not really allowed to say that, but you know. So, as we gather to mark your achievements during your time at the University of Birmingham, you may recall the day you first came to study here. Just think back for a moment how much you've changed since then. Since that first day, you've met new people, developed new ideas, overcome new challenges. You have grown academically, grown intellectually, and personally. And now today, you are graduates and alumni of the University of Birmingham. The hard work has paid off. Well done, everyone. That's brilliant. As we've said across the stage today, it is an enormous privilege to congratulate you this year, because in this year, more than any other, you should have great pride in yourselves and in your university. As you graduate from this university, you can be confident that you're leaving with something of real and lasting value. It's a degree from the University of Birmingham, and it's valued by the country's top employers, who recognise that this university provides you with an outstanding education and that you will thrive in your careers as a result. For more than a century, obtaining a degree from this university has required perseverance, tenacity, and personal resilience. As the graduating class of 2021, you have shown that perseverance, that tenacity, and that resilience in greater abundance than many who have gone before you. Many of you will have faced significant personal challenges, whether that's recovering from COVID-19 yourself, spent periods of time self-isolating, as we all have, coped with studying from home, or took on extra caring responsibilities. And some of you will have experienced the sadness of a personal loss. You will know the ways in which the pandemic has affected you personally, and you should be incredibly proud of all that you have achieved in the face of adversity. And don't forget the character that you've shown through all of this. Instead, draw on it as a strength. You've seen your way through uncertain and difficult times, so whatever challenges you face in the future, you'll be as well placed as anyone to meet them and to overcome them. As you leave graduation today, you'll be going out into a world that desperately needs you. It's a world that you can help to remake, a world that you can help to reshape, and one that needs the skills, abilities, and commitments that characterize you as a student and a graduate. The university's motto speaks of this, per ardua ad alta, which means through great efforts to high things. Your efforts have already brought you high and great things, the degrees that we're celebrating today. But your efforts will now take you to new places and still greater heights. You'll test yourselves, you'll prove yourselves, and together we will rebuild the world with a better future for all. Today we also welcome you into the University of Birmingham alumni community, a community which is over 300,000 strong and reaches around the world. And in fact, they tell me there are now only 14 countries where you can't find a Birmingham graduate in residence. The university was founded with a clear vision of changing the city of Birmingham and the lives of those living within it. We have a long and proud history of philanthropy. Our founder, Joseph Chamberlain, set about raising money from philanthropists to build this university, and of course our famous clock tower, and let's hope it has some hands on old Joe fairly soon. More than 100 years later, we are continuing to fulfill this vision of transforming lives with our fundraising and volunteering campaign, Birmingham in Action. It's an ambitious and innovative campaign which is offering life-changing opportunities for young people, regardless of their background, and is already supporting a broad range of groundbreaking research projects that will transform the world for future generations. As alumni of the University of Birmingham, we hope it's a campaign you can be proud of, and I'd encourage you to join many others from across our community by getting involved, sharing its impact, and becoming part of it as your careers unfold. In this way, you will help to change the lives of future generations of Birmingham students, students who will be experiencing the same thing as you in years to come. Wherever you find yourself in the world, you can be assured you will always be part of this Birmingham family. We hope to welcome you back in the future, whether that's for further study, to mentor a student, and I can't emphasize how much that is valued by our students, to come to an event, or simply to enjoy the Green Heart as we are today. Know that we will be here to provide you with advice, to support you, and celebrate with you as your lives and careers develop. So as this celebration draws to a close, and you look forward to celebrating further with family and friends, and probably getting some fresh air, it's quite warm, isn't it? Let me thank you for everything you've given to us and to each other during your studies. The University of Birmingham would not exist but for its remarkable students. Each one of you has made your contribution to this institution and left a legacy for the benefit of future generations. The graduating class of 2021 has had experiences like no other, and I believe you are now uniquely placed to question, to challenge, and to change the world for the better. I hope the world is ready for you. So, as you commence your next chapter, I wish each of you every success, and do know that we are watching you with great pride and great admiration. Thank you. This celebration is now closed.